cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny, but yo, I'm making money, see? So yo, world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather round. I'm the new fool in town, and my sound's laid down by the underground. I drink a bottle of Hennessy you got on your shelf, so just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty, pronounced with the umpty. Yo, ladies, oh, how I like to funk thee. And all the rappers in the top 10, please allow me to bump thee. I'm stepping tall, y'all, and just like Humpty Dumpty, you're gonna fall when the stereos pump me. I like to rhyme, I like my beats funky, I'm spunky. I like my oatmeal lumpy, I'm sick with this. Straight gangster Mac. But sometimes I get ridiculous. I'll eat up all your crackers and your licorice. Oh, yo, fat girl, come here, are you ticklish? Yeah, I called you fat. Look at me, I'm skinny. It never stopped me from getting busy. I'm a freak. I like the girls with the broom. I once got busy in a bathroom. I'm crazy. Allow me to amaze thee. They say I'm ugly, but it just don't faze me. I'm still getting in the and I even got my own dance.
The Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump.
Come on.
Do the Humpty Hump.
Come on and do the Humpty Hump. Check me out, y'all.
Do the Humpty Hump.
Just watch me do the Humpty Hump. Yeah. Do you know what I'm doing? Doing the Humpty Hump. Come on.
Do the Humpty Hump. Do the Humpty Hump.
People say, yo, Humpty, you're really funny looking. That's alright, cause I get things cooking. You stare, you glare, you constantly try to compare me, but you can't get near me. I'm giving more C, and on the floor B, all the girls, they adore me. Oh yes, ladies, I'm really being sincere, cause in the I'm a Humpty nose will tickle your my nose is big. I'm not ashamed, big like a pickle. I'm still getting paid, I get by the ladies, you know I'm in charge. Both how I'm living and my nose is large. I get stupid, I shoot an arrow like Cupid. I use a word that don't mean nothing, like Luke did. I sang on Do What You Like, and if you missed it, I'm the one who said just grab them in the biscuits. Also told you that I like to bite. Well yeah, I guess it's obvious I also like to write. All you had to do was give Humpty a chance, and now I'm gonna do my dance.
The Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump.
Come on, yeah, sexy lady.
Do the Humpty
Come
Hump.
on, I'll do the Humpty Hump. Sexy baby, everybody, come on and do the Humpty Hump. Oh, do you know what we're doing? We're doing the Humpty Hump, y'all. I'll do the Humpty Hump. Watch me do the Humpty Hump. Yeah, that's the break, y'all. Let a little that bass groove right here. Yeah. Now that I told y'all a little bit about myself, let me tell you a little bit about this dance. It's real easy to do. Check it out. First I limped to the side like my legs was broken, shaking and twitching, kinda like I was smoking. Crazy, whack, funky. People say you look like MC Hammer on crack, Humpty. That's alright, cause my body's in motion. It's supposed to look like a fit or a convulsion. Anyone can play this game. This is my dance, y'all. Humpty Hump's my name. No two people will do it the same. You got it down when you appear to be in pain. Humping, funkin', jumping, gig around, shaking your rump. And when the doodle jump punk points a finger like a stunt, tell him step off. I'm doing the hump.
The Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump.
Tune into the show where the vibes heat up. The Morning Mac got the flavor.
What's up, y'all? Okay, welcome to our third class of the Hamilton Academy of Comedic Excellence. I'm Damian Seaman, otherwise known as Dickie Headass. I'm the dean. The topic of our discussion today is going to be improv. Improv, and to me, is improvisation is a good key to inspiration when it comes to being a comedian. And I'm going to go around. We're going to introduce our classmates for today. And I'm going to start it off with Tyler. Where are you from? And what do you know about improv? And what experiences do you have with it? Go ahead.
Hey, everybody. I'm from Lexington, Kentucky. Just got into comedy not too long ago. Improv, absolutely no experience. I see a lot of comedians do it. I find it very impressive how they can read the room and they can go around and just crack jokes based off the crowd. So I'm eager to learn about it today.
Good deal. And Crispy Bacon, come on, give us your background. What are you doing? What are you doing here? What are you coming to class for? And what do you know about improv?
I'm Bacon. This is my bits, Phoenix, and I'm excited to learn more about improv. It's something I did in high school, and I'm new to the whole stand-up comedy bit thing, but I'm definitely willing to like jump in and figure this all out. Teach me.
Good deal. Right on. And Stephen Douglas from Bangor, Maine. What you got to say about improv and what got you into comedy? What do you think about improv? What you know about it?
Still got me backstage. Okay. Yeah. So I like comedy. Improv is something that I think I can thrive at. Because sometimes I work better off of it. Just even if I go up and grab a mic on stage, I'm like, oh, I got this all set. I got it all set in my head. I got my 5 minutes. I'm good to go. And I'll grab that mic, and that 5 minutes went out the fucking window. I don't know what happened to it. And I'm looking at the audience to see who's out there, and I can pick, somebody out there and just start working off of it. So I think improv for me is good, and hopefully this will improve me better. Of course, I've improved a lot on Sauce in the City, so we'll see what happens.
I'd agree with that. From what I've seen of you and what I've learned from you and about you, what I really like is seeing you evolve since I first met you. I mean, you've come a long way since the first show you were on.
Thanks.
And Nikki, you're awesome. Tyler, it's good to meet you, and I hope this is going to be informative. Going around the room, who's your favorite improvisational comedian that you could think of?
Adam
Go
Sandler.
ahead, shout it out. Okay, Adam Sandler. Who else? Oh, Adam Sandler, and why?
I feel like he's gotten famous and gotten really big off of some of just the sounds he makes, like when he's joking around and just going goobly doobity doobity, like that's crazy improv. He just makes sounds and people think it's funny.
Okay, that's good. All right, Crispy Bacon, who is your favorite improvisational comedian and why?
Robin Williams. Like Robin Williams for me, like hands down. Like I do love Adam Sandler's improv and how they could just riff those songs. But Robin Williams can just take anything and make anybody smile. I love it.
Right on. Okay, Steven, what's your take? Who's your favorite improvisational comedian and why?
I'm going to have to agree with Bacon. Robin Williams is my favorite. He's always been my favorite. When he first started out in comedy, he was known for stealing jokes. That's what people were saying about him. But what they didn't realize is after he stole the joke, he went to the comedian who he got it from and said, hey, I really like your joke. I'm going to pay you for this joke. And he paid for him. So that rectified, in my mind, the bullshit that people talked about him. And it's too bad we lost him. He was definitely probably one of the best comedians out there besides George Carlin as far as making things up and going with it.
Right on. There's Brian the Beast Hamilton. Okay, Brian, who's your favorite improvisational comedian and why?
Favorite improvisational comedian and why? Well, Robin Williams is, I mean, what can you say? I mean, he was a genius. If you look out through all his life and the way he would maneuver in and out, unbelievable. If you think of, like the Who's Line is it anyway? Wayne Brady and that cast of characters. But you have the Groundlings, you have SCTV, all those people, Eugene Levy, John Candy, these guys grew up with that improv and the Groundlings and, like I said, SCTV. I think that, and here's the thing with the improv is it all starts somewhere. And when people say, oh my gosh, they're great. No, it's all an art. And Jonathan Winters is probably, people wouldn't even recognize that. And how many people know who Jonathan Winters is? But you could give him a golf club, but he could do an hour on it and be just hysterical. But most people wouldn't think that Jonathan Winters would be that. I mean, did anybody hit that radar when they thought about improvisational comedy that Jonathan Winters was unbelievable?
I think you hit the nail on the head. I especially remember when Mork and Mindy had a baby, and the baby was Jonathan Winters. I mean, in my childhood, that was probably, without a doubt, the most beautiful. And I guarantee you, half of that shit that they were doing wasn't scripted at all. I mean, they just kept the camera rolling on.
Especially with the water.
Well,
and,
I got goosebumps. I got the goosebumps. And Adam Sandler's definitely a hell of a fucking pick. But earlier I set up the itinerary for the class, and Molly, I'm telling you, I got goosebumps right now. Can you play that first video that I sent? I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'm pretty sure you already know.
You're only given a little spark of madness. And if you lose that, you're nothing. Don't. From me to you. Don't ever lose that, because it keeps you alive. Because if you lose that, that's my only love. Crazy. You're only given a little spark of madness. And if you lose that, you're nothing. Don't. From me to you. Don't ever lose that, because it keeps you alive. Because if you lose that, that's my only love. Crazy.
Love it. Okay.
Well,
That was
and
good.
I think it's important, to remember that when you do, exercises in improv and you participate in improv and are doing these different things, when you listen to the topics that are brought up, these topics repeat themselves, into different settings. And, by remembering what was funny, it might have been whose line is it anyway? It might have been somebody else, and think about the name. What might have been the line that somebody came up with last time is going to be somebody else's line this time, because it's the ones that own it. I mean, gee whiz, the stock joke, it could be anybody's joke, but if you're Jeff Foxworthy and it's a stock joke and you tell the stock joke on national TV, who do you think people think wrote the joke?
Right.
What I'm saying is when you learn something through improv or somebody else's observation, you can be brilliant later on in a different group at a different time in a different audience, thinking that you're brilliant because of what you came up with. All you did was remember, utilize, and execute and apply, and that recognition. And so by being able to go back into things that are funny, tried, tested, and proven, you don't have to recreate the wheel every time. You just have to recreate the joke or make it look, adapt it to where it looks like yours. And I'm not saying steal it. I'm just saying in an improv group, who's improv? I mean, how many people wrote about airline food, or how many people, it's the same premise. And if you write on a basic dynamic, a premise, set up, punch, then there's going to be people from Boston and LA, if they see a topic event or, current event, that could write virtually the same joke based on, premise, set up, punch, by using, a basic outline. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Hey, who's that favorite writer of yours that you think every comedian should read her book? I can't remember. It was a woman.
Judy Carter.
Who's that woman? Just so everyone has that as a reference, because I know I learned a lot from it when I read
Judy Carter. She had a regular paperback book, and she also had the comedy Bible. I never really read the comedy Bible. I got so much out of the paperback book. I took that book and I literally had sweat stains, blood stains. I mean, it was probably worse than Damien's underwear, and that book frustrated the piss out of me. But once I learned the dynamics of how to run everything that I heard into my comedy filter, well, I was fucking ruined. Once you learn that, there's no going back. There's no out fucking yourself again. Because once you learn how the dynamics, no matter if you hear about a plane crash or 17 people were massacred, down in Times Square, it goes through the comedy filter first, and then it presents itself. Because that's the way that it might be dark, it might be this, might be that, but that's the way you write comedy, because you can't unfuck yourself to that normal way of thinking anymore. But that gives you an edge in the dark side of comedy.
Right on. Right on.
Da 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 da. Listen,
All
guys,
right, well,
I've been fucked in the hospital the last 7 fucking days.
yes.
Fucking counting.
Glad to see you. Glad to see you out there. That's for sure. All right, so I came up with a curriculum for today, and we're all gonna. Improv is about working with a collaboration, and everyone's going to get a chance to participate in this. But I think I've sent Molly 3, but we're just going to go in order the list that I gave to him, and it's going to give us instructions of what we're going to do as a group. Okay, everyone on board?
Yeah,
Sure.
Okay. All right, Molly, go ahead. Roll that first one.
Brennan Watt. I should have known.
A doctor about to operate and he realizes he's never used his left arm before.
Scalpel?
Huh.
Would you be a coroner who looks in the rearview mirror and realizes the body got lost on the highway like a half a mile ago? Oh, Zach. Whatever Josh and Brennan want.
All right.
Oh, Lou had an emergency.
All right, did everybody see that? We put everyone on the screen, Molly.
And now the Hollywood Squares.
All right, did everyone see what that was?
I didn't.
Yeah,
you know how
basically.
when we got to do the 3 minutes of comedy or something else. I mean, it's always or something else, right?
Right.
So I'm going to challenge you guys with me and Brian as you give us a scenario, and we'll play it out, and then then we'll put it back on you. So you guys, you can come up collectively, or anyone can just shout something out that they'd want me to do or act out, and I'll try and make it funny.
Dickie's a lazy stripper, and Brian is the overbearing manager.
And the topic of it. What's your part, Damien?
I'm the overbearing Karen of a stripper, and you're the I guess you said demanding manager or something. Is that what you said, Nikki?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know why that popped in my head.
All right, so
unless someone has another.
No, hey, I'm gonna just roll with it. I'm not just gonna sit over there and just drink with him, dude. God, these guys are so fucking cheap.
You're gonna count the green one at a time.
What? I can't believe you'd even say that about me.
Well, it's in your writer. Remember what that is? Oh, yeah. If you could read, your dance method is just totally maybe satanical. I have no idea.
I'm sorry that they don't like my country. Okay, I try to give them the rock and roll, and I'm really not good at it.
Yeah, so probably move to strike. You better maybe try to do the
I
Irish.
I'd be going up there at 3:00 after the lunch rush.
Well, you always do the best when you're hungry for cabbage. Look, gas boy, you better start writing, Karen. I don't even know what to call you anymore. This is see, it's not easy.
Karen. It's K-A-R-U-N. Karen.
Is it Karen or Carl?
Get it right.
Okay.
I don't even know why I show up here.
Well, it's almost like you don't.
Okay.
I don't
know. That's all I got.
Yeah, and by no way was was I teaching in that mode. That's listen, the right modes are good, and that's why in a stage setting, you got to be very careful. And what I would say this as we move forward, when you're on a show and you're not a headliner, I don't recommend that you delve out into the audience and start doing crowd work or start doing improv. Just because because you'd never know what that headliner's going to do. Well, if you get to know the headliner, you ask the headliner, and you got to always remember the things that we talk about in this. You've got to show edification, and even if you're better at it than the headliner is. But I just wanted this little 2 cents worth in as we were learning as a group together, as a whole team. What is it?
Okay, here. I'm going to switch it up. The same thing, same situation, but I want Brian to do it as Cleveland Cupcake. Brian, you down?
Yeah, if that's what you want. I'm not the overbearing manager, right?
Yeah, you're the overbearing manager, and I'm the Karen stripper.
Yeah, and I think
you know what? There's no more. You know what, boss? There are no the hand wipey things. There's none of that in there. And I think the girl in there who's getting tips for perfuming me, she shouldn't get tips anymore. I'm not even sure what that is that she's spraying on me.
Well, maybe you should use some cat pee or some cat piss or some cat litter or something else, kitty, or bury some concrete on shit. Because I tell you what you should do, you just need to break it up and have a Pop-Tart, big boy, okay? And you're going to do what the fuck you're supposed to be doing in there because you're on a contract. You might not be able to read contract, but you're on a contract and you're contracted. Kitten.
I can't follow that. That was too good.
Maybe, I don't know.
All right, so who wants to go next? And we'll come up with something else. And this is what improv's about. We're going to give you a subject and run with it.
I actually
let me
the topic completely wrong on that. I thought it was a overcaring manager and an underpaid stripper.
I think we need to make sure that they're totally opposites, because that's what's going to make it really go. If they're anywhere, their similarities and the characteristics are like, I think you get too guttered and the irrigation starts to the pitfall. They've got to be total opposites. Because like comedy, when you make a statement, a true statement, you hear about the cell phones being linked to brain tumors. Well, I just got my mother-in-law on limited minutes, and you take it back the other direction. You need to have contradicting opinions and styles and personalities, and that improv to really make it shine, to buff that out. Does that make sense?
What about if we do? What's that show with the taxi cab, like where the guy picks them up and it's like taxi cab confessions? Do the taxi cab driver and a random person in the cab?
Yeah, it's taxi. Yeah, cash cab and taxi cab confessions are two different things. One, you win cash. The other one, you pretty much lose your whole fucking paycheck to a hooker.
Yeah, that sounds funny.
It's like. Yeah, I mean, you made.
All right,
okay, so there you have conflicting. Yeah, there you.
Okay, so let's go. Steven, you're the cab driver.
My phone. I gotta leave and come back. I will be right back.
Okay. And Tyler, you'd be like an angry pimp or something.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And you're just having a conversation with the cab
what kind of cab driver?
A regular cab driver or an Uber driver. That doesn't have to be that specific.
Okay.
But yeah, you just picked up an angry pimp. You're trying to console him.
Oh man, he's about to put on the the wig. That's cool. Okay. Come on, man. Let's go. I gotta go get this money from these hoes.
All right, man. Just chill out. Where we going now?
Go down the street.
Smoke one of these once we're taking for the ride.
Go down the street and make a right on Martin Luther King. Go down that way.
Martin Luther King. What he look like? What he look like?
You mean she?
What she look like? Oh, it's a she. All right, I'm gonna drive down the street. What she look like?
How's she dressed? What you into? What you want? You want a she, he, she?
How's she dressed?
Pronouns: he, she, her, they. What you want? What you into? I got them on lockdown.
Why? She down on the corner. We got
her. On the corner, baby. She down there selling them rocks too. She got them all day, $5.99.
She got any weed, man? Because I've been driving all day and I just need a little bit of stone, you know?
Baby, I'm the weed man. You want weed? I got you weed. What you want? You want a dime? You want a nick? You want a half zip? You want an onion? What you need? You want a pound? You want to get down into some weight? You trying to move it?
Oh, no, give me an ounce, man. I can roll 2 good blunts out of that. That'll be great.
2 good blunts out of 28 grams? Damn, okay, Cheech, I see you. Yeah, we gonna roll up after we pull up on these hoes down here. Get my money. Like Michael.
I was down in the street. I bought a joint off from this guy. I thought he gave me a toothpick, man. I'm like, that's the sorriest shit I ever saw. So I need something good, you know?
Hell nah. See, we gonna roll us up a backwood. You know what a backwood is, white boy?
Backwood. That's straight out of tobacco leaf, man.
No, backwood, the big thing. You roll it up, banana, strawberry, whatever flavor you like. We got them, baby. We go down to the hood, the corner store down there where my homeboy will work at. He hook us up right now. You get 2 for $1.99 in a little package.
Oh, you put fruit in your shit, huh? All right. I never tried that before, but I'll eat an apple and smoke something with it or whatever. I smoked out of an apple once, man. I'll tell you, it was good. Love that sweet flavor, some nice hard herb, you know? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was good, you guys. That was good. That was good.
Smoked out of an Apple phone and lost $1,200.
I was gonna come back with something about a rim job, but I was like, nah, I gotta come up with something hard, like right at the $24.99. We can go down the block and get you a rim job you want to eat. If you want to eat shit, I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna throw one at Christy and Brian. Christy, you're a concerned mother, and you've just found your son.
Red Rocket and the dog.
Yeah, you just busted him, doing cocaine on his dresser or something.
Okay.
And now Brian's your child.
Oh, Brian's the kid. What the hell are you doing? You've got this all raked out here. What are you planning on doing? What is that? Huh? What you got? Baking soda?
It's not even like that. It's internal air freshener.
Internal air freshener.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I have to take this away for testing, son. Hold on. Just let me get my credit card out real quick. No, back off. Don't breathe on it. No, I don't want you inhaling this. I don't know what could be in it. Let me taste it real quick.
Don't test it,
you can't have any of this. I don't know where did you get into my closet?
Well, no. It's maybe.
Where did you get?
Here's the thing: it was Fabuloso, is what it was. Because I figured my parts was stinking. I figured I'd start doing this, and it'd be an internal way to go ahead and disinfect and sanitize myself. Because of the Fabuloso and the Comet. Yeah.
So you think I fell off the turnip truck yesterday? Boy,
no,
I'm
but you fell off the turnip, bitch.
So you've been in my stash, and now you in here in your bedroom getting all fucking high on my supply? No, sir. Where is that flip flop?
Well, they're not powdered donuts. Maybe maybe some wax or some borax or something like that.
Oh, I'm about to put some borax in my stash. Got you in there again.
Is that what you was doing last night with Uncle Peanut in the poppers?
No, I told you his name was Bull Rat, and he was paying very well.
Well, yeah. I mean, for God's sake, it looked a little whimsical from here. I didn't think you could boogie to that.
When I put the sock on the bedroom door, you don't come and knocking. I've told you this since you were 2 years old. When will you learn?
Could you change the sock? Because that sumbitch is about ready to walk. I mean, it is stiff and upright, and the sumbitch looks like, oh, man, graduated.
Oh, you're one to talk. I watched one of yours crawl under the bed when I came in.
Hey, listen, just because they got their grabs invited over and they're a little bit more exercised out than the other ones are, it doesn't mean that they can't bring everything down. Look like something happened, maybe a phenomenal, like a paranormal kind of thing That's probably what that was.
I told you to stop calling your little sister crabs. She don't like it. It's rude.
I hit her with some rust over because she was rusting. It's like a rusty gate, bitch. Shit. All right.
That's what it sounds
All right,
like when
good
I
job,
open
you
my gate.
Good job. Good job.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
All right, so now go around the room. Each person pick out a topic and pick someone to act out whatever. You got to pick someone to act it out. Yeah, I'll start if you want.
Go ahead. What you should be is maybe how about you could be no it won't be it.
A horny
You know.
parrot. I swear that's what I hear in the background.
Why don't you be somebody at Pearl Dives, but you're also an auctioneer and you can't keep your mouth shut because you keep you about drowning yourself.
Maybe a mad golfer.
Mad golfer.
Mad that he can't get the ball in the hole.
See, the bird is making fun of us.
That's my bird.
Improv is so hard; it's hard to make a topic.
Oh, hey, Jamie, why don't you be a rocker who sings polka and talk about how you wanted to change from rock and roll genre and you want to be a polka singer now?
What's
that's
just kidding.
Polka. That's Polish, isn't it?
I've only
That's
ever
what it'd be. There's a light bulb here somewhere.
Home Alone.
Oh, tell us about your OnlyFans that you wanted to start. There we go.
Yeah, I wanted to figure out, just what audience should I subscribe to get the most money? Is it pronouns? Is it men? Is it women? Big women, big men, second cousins, people mild acquaintances.
Would be your abrosexual people. That's a new one.
All of the above.
Why don't you compare lubricants, as a Frenchman?
Yeah, but I mean, I just
basically when you like both, and then they say now it's a new sexuality because there's some days they don't want neither one, so they had to label it a new sexuality. It's like,
is that kind of like electric boating instead of motorboating? But electric boaters never.
I just thought that was bisexual, and that meant like you weren't horny that day because you didn't want nobody. I thought that was like normal, but they labeled it abrosexual.
Like
no, I'm just ashamed of my junk. I mean, it does look like I'm hiding a salad mushroom in a chia pet. I mean, I can't get over that.
Hey, there's
Cyclops.
Yes.
Yeah, because you get that O there, because that really O would be there. You're tired, and if your dick had a tongue, it would be a Q, and that means it's dead.
Well, I mean, couldn't there be like like a circle jerk where you time yourself to see who can go the fastest? I mean, I've heard about that in some books when I was younger, but never seen it live.
I've heard about circle jerks, but I don't really even know what that really consists of. It just sounds like
do you keep a napkin nearby? Do you need an assistant? You got to have someone hold the camera, right?
No, they got tripods nowadays.
Well, they certainly don't call me that.
What did you say? You want to be in rock trucks? Yeah.
I hurt my back.
All right.
I went to the doctor.
All right. So,
never mind. Sorry.
I mean, improv is tough, and it's something that usually when I think of any improv that I've done, it's like I'm having a conversation with somebody, and then I come up with something witty about what we're talking about, but. I still, to this day, I mean, I can't get up on stage unless it's something that I've written down and I've used over and over again. And I know which jokes work and which ones I'm not even attempting to try out because I don't know if they're funny or not yet. So improv has always been something that I've struggled with. That's why I want to bring it up in this class. And now the next thing I've got for the class is just like the first one, because I'm learning right along with you. Molly, pull up the next video, and it's about just taking one word and going around and coming up with a sentence and a scenario, just having the words go around. Can you pull that one up, Molly? No, that's yeah. No, we can play that one. That's Homer, but then the one after that. But this is funny.
One is terrified of public speaking, but just in case, I'll defrost a failure ham.
Now to end this perfect day on the perfect note, Mr. Homer Simpson.
You're gonna do great, Homer. You're gonna kill.
Webster's dictionary defines a speech as a series of words that eloquently. Boom! Excuse me, is this the improv class?
Yes, and come in. Homer, could you stay with us, please?
I don't know how.
Just remember, it's not you.
Don't be yourself. Okay. What am I bid for this news? Do I hear 100? No? Going? It made me laugh, so then you pay me?
No, never. And if you open your own school, we'll break your legs.
You want to give him the one we can never crack? Queen of Norway buying a car.
Oh, dear. I can't afford it. A star is born.
Everyone is terrified of public speaking.
All right, I just thought that was funny. All right, the next video, Molly.
We gotta just blurt off stuff for Molly to try to go fetch and see if he improvs it well. Just kidding, Molly. How you doing? And there was an awkward silence.
Crickets. Man, I had a friend that could make cricket noises. Sounded just like a cricket and busted out very awkward silences.
All right.
Excited for you to give me a new granddaughter.
Thanks, Grandma.
Listen, when I was 17, I'd already had 4 kids.
New choice.
I'd already had 8 kids.
New choice.
I'd already won World War II.
I just want to be pregnant and work at Arby's.
New choice.
I just want to battle you, Grandma. Let's duke this out right now.
I'm going to slap you with my Relief Society arms.
Slap that. Hey! Honey, how many times have I told you you can't fight Grandma?
New choice.
Go. Okay, that's enough. Look, Mom.
Sweetheart.
Daughter, baby, acknowledge. Look, we are 3 powerful women.
4 generation of women.
We're about to be twisted right now.
New choice.
And I love you very much.
No, I'm so excited for you to give me a new granddaughter.
Thank
All right, that's it. All right. Do you guys think we could do that?
Sure.
And Brian, Brian, you're the one who yells out "new choice."
New choice. Oh, okay. Well, good. I could get those lines
Yeah.
down. Well, and there was one. I remember
off.
Saturday night is kind of similar. That was similar like that. Is like, yeah. So I had some I was in the shop and I was working on some Red Devil turpentine. Yeah. And I had that open wound. Yeah, and I put and then they would add it like that. That's similar to what you're talking about, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to start it off, and then Steven, it'll go to you, then to Tyler, then to Nikki, and then on to Brian. Okay.
Okay.
Just see what we come up with. It doesn't matter. You can't fail at this. All right. And Steven, I can't believe I caught you doing that.
Well, when the wife ain't around and the kids ain't there, I just turn on the old computer and grab the lotion and,
Newark popcorn.
get it all over my hands nice and good. Get my hand lathered up and, then I rinse them off. I know I'm not supposed to wash my hands every day, but once a week is good.
Hold on. We got to start this one over. All right. So I'm going to say a small statement, you say a small statement and stop, and then Tyler takes it. He makes a small statement.
I got you.
And stops,
Okay.
and then Nikki takes it. Okay. All right.
got you.
All right. So let's start over. Steven, I can't believe you got caught doing that.
Well, I tried not to.
It's my favorite thing to do when I'm alone.
So what are you going to do at the fair? Who's always
Nikki?
interrupting? Well, Nikki needs to work on that.
Where's Christy? Sorry.
I thought it was my turn. You said Tyler to Nikki.
You've had so many turns
I
that
know,
you
I'm
think it's your turn all the time.
All right, let's
not look into that. Let's not go into that.
Did I do it wrong?
Let's try it again. Let's try it. Let's see if we can get to Brian. Okay, let's try it again. I'm going to go in with the same thing. Hey, Steven, I can't believe you got caught doing that.
Well, I try not to, but sometimes I can't help it.
Hey, you know what? When people's not looking, I got to do what I want to do. I don't.
The hot wax is very important, right, Nikki?
Oh no, you're not getting hot wax anywhere near my bacon strip.
Full Brazilian bacon, hairless, like boneless crackers.
Ow.
Oven furniture.
Boneless crackers.
Pickled rabbit ears. Keep going. Because pickled
Ham
rabbit ears
hocks
is the
and
best
beans.
recipe.
Ham hocks and
Oh,
beans
you
are
want to
good
see my
on your.
pickled rabbit? I'm so confused.
Well, this is what
We're going to
it
do
is
a round
doing.
robin. We're doing a round robin. Let's try it again.
Robin. Am I doing this wrong?
No, we're working through it. Just a little statement, a little statement, a little statement, a little statement. I'm going to change it up. Hey, who
You're
was
just not
that?
doing
Hey,
it right.
Steven, who was that girl you were with?
It was the girl from Thailand, but I find out
that she's a dude underneath all them clothes. You know what they say about Bangkok?
I'll bang that cock any day. Bring it over. You know what the chicken head says? I like big, big, big cock.
Not everybody knows Chinese Mandarin unless they played for Notre Dame football.
Notre Dame still sucks a lot, though. You know, at not just football. Steven.
Yeah, they're like
yeah,
third in the
they
league in
got that's how they get their funding. They're all on their knees.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know nothing to come back with that one, honestly. Talking about college players, I feel like this should be Penn State and not Notre Dame.
I mean, I didn't think it'd take much to be one of the Goonies, but if you got to look half retarded or short, Notre Dame's for you. I don't even know what we're doing right now.
Hey, Tony, act out, Joan.
Tony,
That's what I'm talking about.
We need to talk about your beard. I don't like how you go around and stroke your beard. But listen, Grandma said I could stroke my beard because it was the only thing on my body long enough to do that way. I said I shouldn't have any problems. Because I can use conditioner. If I want to use conditioner on my face, it softens up my hair. Wash it fast as I want to. I want no bullshit from you, Joan. Now, you know the Lord watches you. I know, and that doesn't make me feel any safer that I'm being watched. My hands are sticky. You understand? They're stained. He's seen it. It's not his blood either. It's mine. Semen. Damien, there's semen. Is it yours?
I was only there a few days, dude. I couldn't have left that much DNA behind.
Bill Clinton didn't need but a conversation and a dress. You were here for days. Are we still on me? What are we doing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just 4 days.
That was pretty good.
I just got here. I'd like to thank God and my parents and drugs.
They all put him on his knees.
They did.
Got his first short-term disability.
I thought those were like movie rights and shit. I didn't know what I signed. The hell?
Yeah, I didn't know I was going to have to pull my pants down for it.
Look, they just said I was getting paid. They didn't tell me why I had to wear the mouthpiece.
Everybody was excited though. Remember, you can't, and when you gave that signature out.
I want that.
Didn't really.
What? Yeah, you're probably gonna get salesman of the year now.
Here on the dotted line.
Would you still do it with no money down? Would you still do it with no money down? It's got a drive and a ride. It's knee deep in rubber. I tell you what, they just drove around a lot and said it drives real nice.
As long as I didn't have to swallow nothing, I'm fine.
You better swallow that pride. Be careful now.
I knew you.
There you go. That's a Skittles commercial nobody wants to watch. Taste the rainbow. Swallow the pride.
Real black crow flavor.
Oh shit! I think I just
real quickly. I'm gonna go around the room. It's just gonna be one question. Everyone answer it as quick as you can, and let's just do this. What's the last thing you want a bartender to say to you, Steven?
We're closed.
Tyler.
Oh fuck! That wasn't alcohol. That was a shot of hot sauce.
Christy.
You can't have that bottle in here, man. We serve liquor. Take it outside.
Tony.
I don't know how to tell you this, sir, but you're pregnant. And it's mine.
Brian.
I hope you're wearing ShamWow panties after that garden weasel. ShamWow panties for overactive libidos. You can do the car with it and clean up afterwards.
For that super.
New
That sounds
ShamWow
like
panties.
something
Overactive libidos and all.
Hell yeah. From the people that brought you Gorilla Glue for hairspray, they're now Flex Seal bikini briefs for that.
That's right. That.
I thought it was going to be to glue your mom's leg shut.
What'd you say? Who's soaking the tampon clear?
I'll tell you what.
I mean, wouldn't that be something if you went into a beauty salon and wanted to get a facial and she just started spraying Flex Seal on you? Or what's that other stuff? Rhino lining? Spray it right on your face?
Hell yeah.
Isn't that what they do anyway?
Put the chain up to it.
You're out in the woods late at night. You got to get off. So you don't get
I saw a chick this morning on YouTube that had a video where she put fucking super glue in her eye because she mistook it for eye drops.
That's kind of an orgy. You got to take that hot washcloth and open the eyes up like a kitten.
First time I tried to wear false eyelashes, I glued my eyes shut.
Open your eyes or shut your eyes or close your mouth. Do something. You got to do something. Something's happening. You got to be. Every reaction's got a response or a reaction. No.
Well, they say if masturbation makes you go blind, I need to ask my mom a bunch of fucking questions because, like, she's blind as fuck. I am not. I can see all the things. She cannot.
So she knows what she's doing.
Probably so. I think I've missed a few spots and I got all kinds of questions.
Well, what if you ate paint chips wasted under a power line?
I mean, that's superconductors. all I can think for those guys.
Keeping over in the sky.
Yeah. Brain damage was fun.
Yeah. Simpson.
Here, honesty question, or you can make it up. I don't care either way. This is improv. Describe your most embarrassing moment when you were a child. Steven, go ahead. Your most embarrassing moment. What did you do? And describe why it was so embarrassing.
My most embarrassing moment as a child, I was probably I was in the fourth grade, and just before school, we got a bottle of Tickle Pink, which is wine, and we drank that. We got to school. It was around Christmas time, so we had a Christmas party, and I didn't know what Tickle Pink was, but I drank a whole bunch of it and I was feeling really good. And I got to school and they decided we're going to put on a play and do a lot of singing. And I'm on the top tier because I'm short. So they put me up there and we started to sing. And all of a sudden, Tickle Pink got sprayed all over half the kids in front of me. And I got called down to the office because one of the teachers smelled the alcohol, wanted to know where I got it from. And I told her I found it in the bushes on the way to school. That was something I had to explain to my mom.
Tyler?
So
Most embarrassing childhood moment.
So mine's probably, I was about 14, 15 years old. I grew up on a lake in a lake town in Kentucky. I was fishing with my uncle, a boatload of like all my high school buddies from the senior football team. And I've been eating those Fiber One bars from Kroger. And I was trying to cut some weight and I had to go to the bathroom. So they had to pull up on the bank, let me off the boat, and I had to perch myself up on a log in front of everybody and poop on the bank with like 15 of my closest friends watching. And then when I got back in the boat, it was the winter time and we kept having like this propane heater in an enclosed boat. And it smelled like shit. And I had actually shit in the back of my bibs and like missed the log and the rocks and somehow shit on myself.
You get a lot of
down the back of my like waterproof overalls. So I was the one sitting by the heater in the boat. And everybody's like, "What's that smell of shit?" And it was me.
Oh, that's good. All right, Christy.
All right,
Most embarrassing childhood moment.
When I was like 12 or 13 at school, my homies held me down and tickled me. So not only was I snorting, I pissed all over myself. So for the rest of my school time, they called me the pissy little piggy.
Man. Tony?
Hell yeah, tickle me bacon. I had got to explain to all the older kids when I was younger why I did not know the proper terminology for oral. I mean, when you grow up around your parents and you hear all these other things anyway, and you get blessed with riding the public school bus, you learn faster than most other kids. But having known all the words and everything, and then hearing them together in a sentence like somebody talking about eating pussy, it really fucked me up as a 5-year-old to know that that's not something you physically have to do. It's like chew on it and cut it with a fork, and know your mother does not have to cut it for you. I had all those questions answered for me by the bigger kids, and about died a virgin.
Get a crunchy piece. That's always bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was about 12. I found my friend's mom and dad's genie massager, and it was one of those ones that looked like a big car buffer, and we were taking turns using it, and then I might have got my junk wrapped up into the motor a little bit and deformed it a little bit, and everybody was there. Like. And then it like really got it swelled up like really abnormally, like something an alien would have, and and they made fun of me. And then I got reclusive and I started writing comedy.
And now it goes up into the left.
Well, my most
Well,
embarrassing
hey,
as
life
a
was
child-
embarrassing as a fucking kid. It just was.
Oh,
You're
the
going to
worst part of
cakewalk.
my story is they called me shitty britches the rest of senior year. It was horrible.
Well, as a child, you remember, some of you don't remember, and some of you do, but I'm pretty sure most of you are in that area. MASH came out at a certain time. You know, there are certain TV shows that came out at a certain time. And my dad was real strict because we, all of us kids had to go get in the bathtub at the same time. You get, hosed down real quick. And we were supposed to get our pajamas on, blankets, sleepers, and I'm probably 7 years old. And I didn't dry myself off. And the blanket sleepers with the feet in them, it's got the zipper that starts at your ankle and goes all the way up to your neck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't put no skivvies on, nothing like that. My little arm went down there, pulled that up, and I caught the tip of my dick in the zipper all the way up to my neck. The part of my dick's hanging out of the zipper. And they had to, I screamed like I was getting raped. And they had to take me to the hospital to have a doctor fix it because I wouldn't let him touch my little winker when I was 7. That was the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened. So since then, I've had a phobia of pajamas, anything with zippers. Yeah, it's not good. Parachute pants used to freak me out. Gross.
Well, or how about somebody that you really respect and they say something in front of other people that are your peers that are so fucking embarrassing, and you felt like, why'd you say that? Because it hurt me so bad because you said it.
Damn.
I remember my ex, we were at the golf club, we were golfing, and I had some friends that were on the tee box, and she was learning, which I gave her a break, but she was, hand me my putting wedge, just that statement right there, like, oh shit, I didn't teach you that. No, there's no word like that.
Hey, for the fellas, if the girl's smoking hot and you go in and you see a nice sized cold sore on her top lip, do you go in with the lips closed, or do you open your mouth so you can cup it, so you're not really touching it? How do you go in for the kiss, or do you not just do it? Cold sore.
I leave. I don't want any kind of that shit.
That's herpes on your mouth, and that is very contagious. And don't do it. That's nasty.
You'll end up needing Sumacin syrup.
Well, it's like a thing they say. It's like all warts are HPV, but not all HPV causes warts. Fuck it. Why not? I'll taste it. See if it's, at least stale.
You're gonna squeeze it like a
Let's
pickle
say it tastes like strawberry.
Tastes like.
Fuck that. I don't want to wake up and have my dick look like a head of broccoli. I'm all set with that.
That's the worst thing that happens to you in the morning. You're having a great day.
I can tell you from experience in the military, might have took this risk with the girl I knew who got around, but it wasn't on the lip. Not down there. Down there. Don't do it. It hurts. You got to get a shot and take a pill and it goes away, but it hurts. Don't do it. Burns when you pee. If it's down there, not up here.
You think that was the idea?
You go down there and you're like,
that was
hey.
the idea behind?
Huh?
Do you think that was the idea behind a French tickler? Just some guy's dick with fucking genital warts?
What about the crown of thorn, anal beads, or the holy rosary anal beads and the crown of thorn cock ring?
The warty cock in there. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Yeah.
Now I know I'm a sexual deviant. Write that down for later.
I don't know.
Hey,
people, we all got a freak on. Everybody got a freak. Everybody's got a freak. I don't care who you do.
Hey, Brian, how would you auction off adult toys? How would you do that?
Hey, what do you bet right now? We got a big old pony right here. We got a bumpy ride. It's a bumpy ride right here for all the ones, right here at the holiday. I tell you what, you got a knobby tire, got a bumpy ride. I tell you what you want. It's going to be a tower of power. The blinker's going to be going on. It's going to go on. Who's on?
$2.
I don't know.
Power.
Power forward?
If
Deep center.
I tell you what, it comes. That's like a sob. Comes with a handkerchief and a rebate. Masturbate. I don't know. Give me something. It's like guarantee and warranty. Well, what's the difference between warranty and guarantee? I guarantee you don't. I'm warranted. Warranty and guarantee. I guarantee it, and they guarantee it. I mean, you put your own personal, preference behind it. You warranty it. If somebody else is warrantying it, we're going to warranty it. That means me and you both are going to say, well, it's going to be good. It's got a half life, got a shelf life. It's got 75 years, but it's put at 37 and a half because it's got to do the half life with the shelf life. Okay. I really like this office. Yeah. So next week we're not going to be doing improv. Well, I think and there's such improv is really such a broad thing. Who I always really liked was like Ted Knight. You guys remember Ted Knight in Caddyshack?
Yeah.
Yep.
How he was so passionate. And I think in the improv, it's like you take that over into an act out. He goes, oh, how about your golf club? How about your putter? How about the old Billy Baru? So where he's talking to the putter and he's talking to it like it's a god.
A judge. I see.
And that act out, that over accentuation, of that, and making the putter larger than life, and it's something that was of a higher power, that he's the one that gave it the power. I don't know. Maybe. I think we all just quit. I'm just having fun. I just been in the hospital. Tried to call me out and said I had drugs in the hospital.
I believe that's a free lapse, they say.
Well, I had a container, it was one that my dad used to carry his nitroglycerin in it. I had cough drops in it. Okay. And so I having a good conversation with the nurse last night, and she goes, what's that? And I'm not even bothering it. I hadn't even touched it. And I go, it's a container. And she goes, are there drugs in there? And I go, no. And she goes, I need to look. I thought she was fucking around. I go, no, I need to look. You have contraband in there. And I go, it's fucking empty. Here I am. I'm like, why would I fucking bring drugs in here when I've got fucking, a heavy script of fucking Percocet 10s that I can fucking double clutch you because I can tell you it's a fucking 8 instead of a 6. And I can go to, instead of morphine, I can go to fucking Dilaudid. Okay. So don't fuck with me. Okay. Give me the fucking intravenous shit right here. Put the wound back on here. Suck me dry and go fucking blow your shop back. Fucking bitch. And then I got angry.
You need to bring this with you everywhere you go.
I was offended.
Let's do another exercise in improv. Now, this is where you have to limit yourself to just one word. All right.
You can only get off one time a month.
Let's see if we can do this. It's just an exercise in improv. Let's see where it takes us. Just, I'll start it off. Just one word, and everyone has to follow around. Okay. So, Stephen.
Ass.
Hurts.
Horribly.
Irregularly. Oh, yeah. We always step on each other's line. Horribly, irregularly. Popcorn. Those 2 words.
Tony.
Throbs.
Brian.
Lozengers.
What?
Throbs lozenges for a sore throat because you had a dick in your mouth, it swelled up, and now you need a Throbs lozenge because it's the best thing to get, if you want to bring the swelling down. Throbs lozenges. Get one this week. Throbs.
Secrets.
Too many knives.
Well, that's one way to get one. Okay, that's one way to finish the sentence. All right, let's try it again. Just one word, and Brian he'll close it out to finish the sentence. We
hate
people.
Jews.
Hair.
Ouija. Oh, Ouija's.
That
Looky.
Is
weird.
I didn't know what you said. All I heard was the bird.
Weird.
Unkosher.
Censored.
Homosexual.
Playthings.
Pointy.
Circumcised.
Staplers.
Palestinian.
Shangri-La.
Elongated.
All right. Let's try it again. Gay.
Girl.
Small.
Gigantic.
Sanitizer.
Cock.
Throb. Sorry.
Poster.
Girl.
Playboy.
Plenty.
Abortion. Almost had it on the last two. Abortions and milk cartons. I feel like it was the thing.
I've got an idea. You know, what do you think? We start with a word and play off a word that we feel matches that word. You know, and
All right.
that our meaning, and maybe then we could call somebody and call them out on it and say why. I don't know. It's an exercise in my head.
All right.
So, gerbil.
So am I supposed to say something that
Richard
rhymes?
Gere.
Goldfish.
Gerbil. Oh, goldfish. Wait a minute. Explain the exercise again. A word, and we're supposed to do what with it?
A word, then something that's similar to the word, synonymous, if you will. And then we can call somebody out and go, express yourself, you know, about why you think that word goes. And then you can come up with your wild answer on why it works.
Okay.
And try to convince you that would be a sensible solution.
All right, go ahead. Start over then.
Cybernetics.
Genetics.
Phonetics.
Plan B.
L. Ron Hubbard.
Plant. You said plant omelet.
Riboflavonoid. Omelet.
Tom Christ.
Vitamin.
Omelet ovulation.
Jesus Cruz.
Sauerkrauted.
Flatulence.
Sorry.
Constipation.
Flashes?
Pumpernickel.
Why?
Violence.
Why pumpernickel? Why pumpernickel?
Well, you said flatulence, and all I heard in German was fart demon after that. That's what it stands. That's what it means.
That's a level 4.
It is. Stage 5 clinger. We've got two people that look like they should be on the back of a milk carton.
Well, that's how you get rid of your student loan. You'll never lose anybody that way.
They won't come find you for your car warranty either.
Hello. We were with the warranty company. We'd like to take a look around. I guarantee it.
I get those car warranties fucking 10 times a day. It's so annoying.
Oh,
I like to go
tell me
along.
about the warranty. Tell me what you like about the warranty.
It's always an Indian guy. No, we're not scammers.
I like that you got to have it before I even let you in the house. Wait, that's they start the same anyway. Warranties.
Now again, my name is John Smith.
Yeah.
I do have your birthday here, but I do need the correct spelling of your name.
I'm gonna need more
No,
dot,
no,
less
no, no,
down syndrome.
no. Start over. No need to be rude, sir. No need to be rude. No need. Don't you be talking to me when I'm talking to you. No, sir. You do not talk to me like that, sir. I will not hang up the phone because I cannot. Do not be talking to me like that, Mister. That is enough. I do not deserve this punishment. There you go. That's my impression of the guy calling you.
Pretty good. That's them every day.
People can use money. Best price shoppers, the way it works, the first pair of shoes, regular price, second pair be less price, half off.
Sorry, I was trying to like saute onions for one of your relatives. What were you saying?
Well, how about somebody trying to sell something as like the guy that did the micro machines or the really fast talker, but have to sell a product that's very, very slow, like syrup.
Oh man, that's impossible. That guy's trying to breathe and talk at the same time.
I don't know.
Going
Okay,
fast.
well, this should be a different take. Tell a joke. Doesn't matter if you wrote it or not, but tell a joke in a slowed down version of your normal cadence, real slow, and see if it's still as funny. Brian, you start them off.
Okay. Let me see here.
Yeah,
Let me count the way. I owe my drug dealer so much money, and he's so mad at me right now because I included him in the bankruptcy. He's also my attorney, but I love my dad.
All right,
No.
Who wants to go next?
So we just gotta say a joke that we normally say, slow it down, kind of like what's that movie with Tom Hanks where he's real slow, Forrest Gump, kind of like
Forrest
that.
Gump.
Yeah.
I buy that fall right.
So I
was
went and I
running.
seen the doctor the other day, and the doctor, he told me, because I hurt my back, he wants me to sit down when I pee because he don't want me to lift up nothing heavy.
Good. Christy, you got a joke to tell. You got to do it real slow.
So I wondered what came first, the chicken or the egg? Neither. The cock came.
So,
Tony, Steve,
does anybody else ever wonder what the movie Forrest Gump would have been like if his mom's pussy was trash and he couldn't have got into that school? I mean, I kind of feel like the movie would have went a lot differently. He probably would have done all the running still. Maybe would have met Bubba. Dan may have kept his legs. I think Jenny's still a whore no matter how you slice it during the movie, though. I think that's how that works out.
Steven?
I'm not a big fan of the Bible. Adam asked God, can you give me a partner? God took a rib and basically said, go fuck yourself.
275 is like downtown.
I like it.
All right. My parents should have never fought. I look like Shaggy and Greg Brady had a baby on purpose in prison. I am the poster child for a wire hanger. Planned Parenthood. Kick the bitch down the stairs. You fucked the wrong person. This shit here can happen to you.
Hell yeah, her lip Joe Exotic, ladies and gentlemen.
You can, also you could tell your joke like a celebrity.
Oh, that's a good one.
Like Lawrence Welk. My joke is wonderful. You probably don't even fucking know. Yeah, stop. Wow.
Heavens to Murgatroyd. Oh, look there, it's Stephen even.
Steven, it's Steven even gone. He don't know, but he gonna mow the lawn. He gonna mow the lawn, but he got a yawn, and he knows that he's gonna be shooting deers at fun. Yeah.
I tell you, it took a lot of years, but I finally got the respect I deserve.
Get no respect.
Oh, I can't believe you got me that much, Sam.
Oh, that's.
I wish they'd deliver in the slow notes.
So, is it my turn? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's anybody's
All right.
turn right
does
now.
Does it have to be like an actual person, or can it be like a famous person, but they're like an animated person, like cartoon?
Yeah, the sky's the limit on this one. Look how much structure we have on this evening.
Ever since we've went green in the state of Kentucky, I've learned there's a real big difference between weed and pussy. And the big difference is that you know it's good weed when you can smell it from across the room.
I know who that is.
Where's the continuum space modulator? Have you seen
Marvin
Bugs
the Martian,
Bunny?
right?
Yes.
Yes.
Marvin
You got
the Martian. Oh, good.
Nice.
I played with Michael Jordan in the 90s and LeBron in the 2000s. King Jones is not the GOAT. Very true. It's all about Michael Jordan, the GOAT.
Christy, can you do an impression of anybody and tell your jokes?
I don't know. I've only done this in Discord. Sometimes I can pull it off, and I'm not drinking. Okay. All right. So, I don't know if I can do it. I was walking down 6th Street, and I saw it's 6th Street. It's so beautiful. It's 6th Street, like it's the greatest street. It's one of the greatest streets in America. I made it that way, and I was asking, where are these street tacos? I need the street tacos. Those things that the people we built the wall. They we tried to keep them out, but I need those street tacos. And they told me that's racist. We just call them all whores here. They're all whores. I don't think I can do a sober Trump.
Hors d'oeuvres, hors d'oeuvres. I'm just thinking the way she said hors, all hors d'oeuvres. I just play on words there.
Hors d'oeuvres.
You want a hors d'oeuvre? Have the 275.
Hey, Bacon.
Right down.
Bacon, Louisville's Trey, he said, do your best Dolly Parton.
Well, I do declare these girls, they go going around, and I'll bless all their hearts. And they ask me, what I can't think of a joke. What does the chicken head say? And I told him, it goes, bark, bark, I love big, big, big cat.
Yeah. Ooh.
Tony, you got an impression?
I got a couple. Like they can't steer away from that one phone call in that movie though. Like both of them do the dialogue. It's either Kermit or Liam Neeson, whichever one. Did you know that there's 10% more headroom in a Volkswagen Rabbit than a Rolls Royce? But your chances of getting ahead are 99% better in a Rolls Royce than a Volkswagen Rabbit.
Because it tilt steering.
Half power steering is a little hard to deal with.
I got break right tires.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want.
Pretty good Liam Neeson, I gotta say. Pretty good.
Kermit's not too bad either. He sounds Russian and drunk sometimes.
Hey, oh, Kermit Frog here. Another exciting Sesame Street news story.
Well, I don't have any money.
There's a Jack Nicholson on the shoe special. You know, shoppers, I wouldn't know first and half special if I was pissing on it, all right? You don't buy a marked up pair of Reeboks from me. I'm going to chase your ass through a maze, checker 3, and whack your fucking arms off. And for a blue light special, I'm going to feed you to my dog, Scooby. Yeah, do Jackie snacks.
You guys know Monsters Inc. The slug lady, the Mike Wazowski. You forgot your paperwork. So there's a little joke about my mom. You know, my parents, they didn't want me as a kid. She used to beat me, but the way she would sound to me in my ears would be like, "Do your homework, Tyler. I hate you, Tyler. I'm watching you. Always watching you." Special bitch. That one hurts my throat. That's something my mom used to say too.
Something my mom used to say was, "What the hell was that?" A lot, like all the time.
My mom and dad used to tell me, "How'd you find us?"
My mom asked me that a lot too, and I never could explain it to her.
My mom used to cry when I'd beat him back to the car. Her and my dad would just try to leave me in the middle of the park, but I'd always beat him back to the car. She'd see me in the back seat and start crying. Damn, he made it back.
The guy stole my parking spot. Yeah, I shot him.
Well, my mom could see me now. She'd be able to see me. Probably disown me, but that if she could see me now.
We gotta stop talking about our moms. My mom's like Beetlejuice. If we say her name 3 times, she might appear.
I mean, if you disown, is that to resell? Yeah, it's like, we went down to the used mom's car lot. This one right here, it shuts the motor off, but it just keeps on spurting some shit. I don't know.
Come on down to your mama's.
My mom don't even drive a car. She just rides a broom everywhere.
Mine just pushes it. Doesn't even do that. She can't fly the broom. She has to bang it around on shit to make it make noise so she knows she's at.
My uncle's in the future. He wanted to fuck toasters so he could just participate in transhumanism. What's your name?
Toaster bath.
Well, you guys know the toaster. You guys have seen it here in the mornings. Until it got awkward. I don't know. Wait, whose bird is that?
I need to power up like bacon keeps powering up every 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's my bird. Usually they're pretty quiet, but we got a cat recently.
You might want to make
got
sure your
big
cat's not trying to eat your bird. Mine did that to my parrot once. It actually ate it.
I got a conure and a cockatiel.
I
You
had
got
this little green parrot. He was loud, and my cat got in the cage and ate it.
Yeah.
I had a cockapoo dog, and we just called it Anal for short.
Yeah. I named my dog Stain. It sucks when she gets loose because then I got to yell to her, "Come, Stain."
Yeah.
We had a little black puppy and a little white puppy, and we named the white puppy Outward and the black puppy Inward.
Inward, outward, awkward. Backward. Forward. Crumb runners. Last time I dated a girl whose rug matched the drapes, I shaved her eyebrows.
Last time I dated a girl who had a rug, it's been a while.
Well, maybe you should stop going to the 8th grade. Da, 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 da. Sorry, couldn't help it.
Last time I shaved, I got one.
Yeah, I know they're not that old.
Last time I shaved down there, because I wanted to get some pussy, I put my foot up on the sink in the bathroom. I put a mirror down on the floor. I got my balls in my hand, and it looks like I'm sharpening the razor. It was like shaving Chewbacca. It took me 3 fucking days. Well, it's even more fucked up as I get there to try and get some pussy, right? And I ripped down my clothes, man. I'm ready to get some ass. And she's like, "Whoa, what's with that?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? I shaved just for you." And I look down, there's a little piece of toilet paper with blood stuck to them all over the place. Fuck that. I'm not going back to eHarmony. Fuck eHarmony. I'm going back to Ancestry.com.
Okay,
Fuck
so
eHarmony.
I don't have running water, so like when I get showers, like I'm in and out because it's usually communal, and I don't want to shave there because I don't want to catch something. But I was at the Ren Fair, and this just happened like about a month ago, and so I go and I'm like, well, this is like home to me, so screw it. And I got my I got friends, and we're all in the shower together, but there's little stalls. But I didn't realize that there was only one drain, and it was in the last stall, and I was in the first stall, and all the water has to go under everybody else, right? So I'm in there hacking away at this rainforest, like it's beyond bush, beyond jungle. Like you needed a machete to get through. Like I'm literally like having to trim it and hack it off just to get to it so the razor would actually do anything. And then all of a sudden I hear people going, and I'm like, what? And I look down, and just giant clumps of hair, pubes are just floating underneath, and you see everybody jump back. And so then I'm like, oh shit, and I jump back, and they're like, nah, bitch, we know you're in the front fucking stall, like don't even.
You grew up in the 70s.
Somebody just took out ZZ Top.
I thought it was like somebody waterboarded Chewbacca. I didn't know what the hell was going on in there. Was that Brian making that noise?
Waterboarding Chewbacca?
That's what it sounded like.
That's pretty descriptive. Waterboarding Chewbacca. That's descriptive.
That's what I heard.
That's
like Saving Private Ryan. Waterboarding Chewbacca. Contemporary playing poetry.
I feel like that was a lie wherever the rebels were. I don't think you were telling the truth.
No, I have the rebel base hidden very well in Uranus.
Every time we rally around the flag, you move that motherfucker.
Mother's Teresa
Brian, can you tell?
dream.
Brian, can you
Sir?
tell the nastiest joke you can think of and do it in your Elmo voice?
Poor Elmo.
Yeah. Hold on, yeah. Yeah. La la la. My nasty joke will be back. Slave kitty. Slave kitty, like I got a problem.
What is this way, kitty? If you watch the show, but want to lose track of God, how can you help me? I got this battery operated crucifix, the one with the crystal whip, and when she comes, it's puts holy water all over the titties. You should get it with a clear conscience. Thought it was a lot better than the holy rosary ring will be to the crown of your dark queen. I'll be wearing a helmet telling shit like that. And the bitch, she just lost her fucking broken neck because, she was just pulling the Cadillac too far, the tennis balls pulled the Cadillac too far and broke her fucking neck. Yeah, and she's the same for you little dick motherfucker. She knows I got anger issues.
So there I was, Chewbacca. Interim. Play 3, stage 4, exit left.
Fuck yes, somebody's getting a visit from Chris Hansen.
So you think whispering's creepy? Whispering's creepy. If you said, "Hey, look at those kids over there in the park," sounds normal. But if you go, "Hey, look at those kids in the park," I mean, it brings a whole different dynamic to it, don't you think?
Just like watching firefighters in reverse. That shit's menacing. Saving kids, putting them back in the building.
It's like when you do different drugs, you got to jerk off to different things like opioids. And if you're, jerking off and you're trying to fucking or squeezing one out, fucking, and you got to pick a movie, what goes with the right drug? And I think it was perfect one would be like Dances with Wolves, because you can almost come when you're on fucking opioids. But like 7.5 hours later, when you're through the movie, actually twice, I guess the 15th hour, at the end of the film, and it says the end, and that little small slit right there in the D looks full Brazilian. That's when you know that you found the drug of choice.
That's a lot of drugs.
Starring.
Could anyone imagine? Could anyone imagine if Brian was your interventionist?
There's not enough.
I had an idea. We got to work on this. We can all use it. And having an intervention. It's like, well, that my family came to have an intervention with me, and I'm so good at talking to people that I got them all to go drinking. It just turned the whole intervention into a fucking party. To a fucking like bachelor party.
Well, this is improv. This is improv from the people that you know. I know you've known me the longest, but for those of you that know me, if it was my intervention and you guys were the ones at the table, what would you be telling me not to do, or how I disappointed you?
You're gonna die anyway. I mean, like during this conversation.
Yeah, come on! I want my intervention. You guys are the family that wants me to stop being the way I am.
I told you about that fentanyl. Like I ain't carrying Narcan on me everywhere I go. Like you gotta fucking put that shit down, bro. Like I know you think just a little bit'll do me, but you're gonna fuck up, and I don't want to be there.
Look, I know depression is real, and I know that it's hard to get through. But you can't go around sticking forks in light sockets all the time. You got to fight through it, and you're going to see brighter days.
You will see. And as far as the Narcan goes, if you use the Narcan COVID coffee crystals, if you wake up dead at a fucking party, jump up in a heartbeat, get right back to it, go to work and have a good time. The new Narcan COVID coffee crystals.
That's why I brought cocaine. I don't know why you tried to trade that off for hookers. That is not going to help you stop drinking. The cocaine will help you stop drinking. The hookers will get you drunk and they will rob your ass. We ain't talking about that. This is your intervention.
I said I was sorry. Are you gonna let that go?
Oh, there you are. That sorry shit again. My God.
This is his intervention, Bacon. This ain't about you.
Yeah. See, he was a better salesman, a hooker or a used car salesman.
What's the difference? Where you hang
drive.
Car smell.
I watched her take a fucking PlayStation from a fucking 17-year-old that fucking fucked up and made a fucking phone call to a fucking alcohol service. I said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I'll be right back." All the way down the driveway to this old fucking farmhouse. She comes back. I'm like, "You were only in 2 minutes." I go, "What'd you do?" She goes, "I took his cell phone and his fucking PlayStation. I told the little motherfucker, you don't play games with me. When I say it's $140, I don't mean you think you're snickering for 14. And then I woke his mom and dad up and explained to them that I was a hooker that they'd called, and I'm taking his PlayStation and his fucking phone to teach him a fucking lesson. I can't write that. I can't write that. I mean, that bitch was good. You know, but she still needs a car. So that's where the car system comes back in. You got the old casting couch right there, as you know, because you know, okay, let's say you fuck your way through the car, you still need tags and plates, you know, and registration. You know, I'm being, you know, right up there with it. Da 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 da.
What's the difference between a hooker in church and a hooker in the bathtub?
My grandma and my aunt. Oh, never mind.
One's got a hole and the other one's got soap in her hole.
I didn't hear the last one.
I like it.
Yeah, well, that's right. You can't write enough hooker and dick jokes. You know, you got to keep doing. You got to keep writing them. Just keep writing them. You know, they'll write themselves. They'll write themselves.
Yeah.
They'll write themselves. That's right. Uh-huh.
Hey, Molly,
You know.
play that last video. Who we got? I can't remember what I
Molly,
said to him. Play it anyway.
Play it anyway, man. Everybody on three say thanks, Molly. 1, 2, 3. Thanks, Molly.
Thanks, Molly.
Just rolling.
You know, that's your little bonus structure right there. Attaboy. Attaboy. Good job. I'm just kidding, Molly.
Price of a cup of coffee a day.
Well, great. As long as you a cup of coffee, neighbor. Come down here and we'll give you a free estimate on your siding. I don't care if it's a bird pooping on berries. We're going to keep your house clean. Soffit and facing. You'll never paint again. Matter of fact, we're going to give you two fucking gallons of a Sears customer beater paint.
So is milk in on the like Wayfair shit? I noticed they stopped all them commercials once the Sally Struthers kids stopped making them too.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's kind of one to take a Zagnut fucking wrapper and throw it over a fence. Fucking you know, kids that are starving to death over in Uganda.
Well, I mean, if you've ever had Ethiopian food, they haven't either. So it's kind of in the air.
Snickers wrapper to a Quantum Hut, fucking down here in Omaka. Fucking the oranges are right. Fuck. You know, talk about clusterfuck, conniption. Fuck that is persnickety. Be like the cheese people.
And he did mean these people.
These people.
Exactly what the fuck he said.
That's right. That's right. You know I did. That's right. That's right. I said it. I'm guilty. Fucking sue me. That was a bitch. Fat man with a dick and a bad attitude about right now. I'm just fucking around. I ain't got a bad attitude at all.
All right, I'm gonna switch.
Shift.
Look at that, Lucky. What's with whites only?
That's when the egg gets
That video, Dan. Yeah, I see some previous ones you sent.
Previous ones. Did you already play what was I guess would have been the last one or no? Yeah, I guess you did.
Yeah. I played the all 4 clips.
Okay.
It's your motherfucking birthday, bitch. It's your motherfucking birthday,
all right,
bitch.
So let's go around and what's a topic that you like to that gets you the most jokes? Is it just stories about yourself, situations? I mean, because everything does start from improvisation, you know. It does.
I thought it was electricity.
I like story jokes myself.
A lot of my stuff's from my life stories about like what I've been through, personal experience, observations.
Yeah.
They all go
Yeah,
good.
like
Remember, always in threes, gang. Remember Chris? Did you try any of that? The counting to three, the 1, 2, 3. Did you do any of those exercises?
Yes, sometimes.
It makes a difference if you constantly go 1, 2, 3, pull the trigger on it. 1, 2, 3. Take a joke that you get the premise setup and punch worked out. 1, 2, 3. Take and then pull the trigger on it.
Write that down.
It seems so silly and so remedial, but let me tell you something. Everybody goes, "Oh yeah, yeah," but very few people actually do it and practice it and they stay conscious of it, and it will set you aside and set you apart, where you don't have to improv and really sweat it like we did. Da 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 da. Damien, go ahead.
Yeah.
What was your next one?
I like to do a lot of street improv, and only because I'm an attention whore. I mean, without a doubt, bar none, I am an attention whore. But one of the things I do, I try to do things that make people think real quick, and it's totally random and unexpected. Like, the one thing I do a lot is if I'm talking to somebody and I don't have their attention, I'll say, you got really nice eyebrows. And then
Whether they have eyebrows or not.
Right. But I mean, you should try random stuff. That one tends to catch people off guard. You got amazing eyebrows, and women especially. If you say that, they're usually always self-conscious. They're either, oh, that's great, or no, I didn't do anything with them, thanks. Or they're going to say you're creepy. I usually get creepy.
Usually. I've seen it. I know you considered labia reduction. Stable to meat type.
It's a different kind of Arby's commercial.
So these roast beef curtains. Well, it's Sally. What's the matter? Well, she got the roast beef curtains. I don't know what to do. We're gonna get her trimmed like a schnauzer. What the fuck are you talking about? How do they get your attention? Does your junk hang low? Does it travel to and fro? Can you tie it in a knot? Can you tie it in a bow? Can you throw it over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Does your meat kite hang low? Da 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 da. Go back, somebody else. Just take over. Do something on napkins.
So napkins, man, those things will cause mouth cancer if you chew on them long enough. I think you're not supposed to chew on them. They didn't tell me that. I'm not supposed to chew on them. That or tape. Scotch tape.
The wipe with. They got real pulp. Real pulp.
Well, yeah. There's a lot of loopholes. I'm a drug addict. I'll find all those. Those are great.
Isn't there loopholes in sanitary napkins?
Or what about public lube? A private lube or public lube?
The private ones.
Why is it construction workers use sanitary napkins, in their hats? I never understood that.
They work at unsanitariums.
That's the same reason that the fucking executioner puts that little alcohol swab on the dude before he hits him with a lethal injection. Just, covering all your bases. Make sure we do shit correctly. Maybe more than one way to skin a cat, but you can only do it correctly one time.
Is Brian doing Darth Vader?
What?
I thought that was just a CPAP machine.
Darth Vader? Or was that? Were you doing your impression of a Picassomus?
Yeah, something about a colostomy. What?
You look like an algae, one of those algae eaters on the inside of a fish tank.
And you look like the bottom of Bert and Ernie's underwear. Some clay figure. It's got strings in it. Ugh. Smells kind of like chicken. Like, what is that? The devil's food or Vienna sausages? What's in those fuckers? They taste different.
Semen.
All kind of things.
That was really uncalled for. The semen. It tastes like semen. Huh. Nobody ever says it's the Army guys.
Better than the Air Force people.
Well, I was semen. When I was petty officer, semen, I don't know what fucking rank I was. What the hell? Did you get stuck, sailor?
No, but you're better rank.
Parenting.
I feel
Oh
like
yeah.
Wilson right now.
I wonder how hard a
Terrible.
chicken farts, if they're barking like that. I don't know. See your favorite watermelon joke. Sometimes, I feel like
Everybody likes
things are
good
quiet, and then they
boneless
pick up.
jungle ham.
Would you say boneless jungle ham?
Yeah, watermelon's fucking great. What do you mean? It's what that is boneless jungle ham. A seedless watermelon, boneless jungle ham.
Oh, here's one I looked up on AI the other night. What is nougat? Real chocolate, caramel, and nougat. I've thought about this. I mean, I'm not sure I know what the fuck nougat is. And nougat's a filler. It's a filler. You might as well say it's got real caramel chocolate and fucking Nathan's hot dog in them. They're fucking filler. Nougat. It's not even something that sounds appetizing. I mean, is anybody with me on this? Nougat. Nougat.
I'm starting to question life right now. Keep going.
They sound like, oh my god, it's got caramel and nougat. But if you say nougat the wrong way, nougat does not sound attractive. It's like, I'll have the bluegill perch platter. Fuck you. I'm not eating fucking minnows and fucking shad. This is bullshit. It's not like a grouper fillet.
Hey, what sounds dirty? What sounds dirty, but it's not?
Macaroni and cheese. When you stir it around in the pot.
Coffee grounds.
I mean, if you're doing it right.
Anybody else?
Chitlins sounds bad any way you look at it.
It's like you're walking around with your brother. Go ahead, Colin.
What'd you say, Christy?
I said I always thought teriyaki sounded kind of sexy to say.
Oh no,
Steven,
you
what
make my
sound
I'm from the South. I always thought it was sexy when people be like, give me them pig's feet. You see some little pig's feet. You got a feet fetish,
Want some hot ice cream and some pickled rabbit ears?
Ooh.
That hog's head
Nibble it.
cheese.
It's like a niblet, like a little niblet. You nibble it on. You nibble it. Hot
Like
ice cream.
here, you got to be careful how you just say words. Period. Here, like you ask for food here and like some water. You need to tell people you want a sandwich and a glass of frozen water. Because if you tell them to bring you a cup of ice and a plate of food, you might get a fucking 8-ball of meth and a little quarter-ounce of heroin.
Hot fudge.
New diet. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Depending on where you're at there, that's black tar.
Yeah.
That was a drug reference.
I didn't write the book that broke creation. I just counted all the fucking words.
Yeah.
I realized I had a problem. I realized I had a problem with crack cocaine when I smoked a piece of drywall and a ramen noodle. Shit, I had to give that up. Plus,
yeah, we
ramen
used to
noodle
have
fuck up
on the wall. We used to do cocaine off of it. It fell and broke. We started doing crack. It's good like that. I gotta tell you what now. It's gonna be good. I mean, it's gonna be good, it's gonna be real good. I mean, it's gonna be good. I mean, real good like that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, don't make me go horse and buggy and shit on you. I will freak out with my shopping buggy. It's over to fucking quickly pickly, bitch.
I don't believe I've ever had good crack. That in itself sounds just contradictory.
Yeah,
Hey,
ain't no
Steven,
good crack.
how do you talk your way out of? You got a full grocery cart and your cards come up declined. How do you negotiate your way out of that?
Put it back.
See if you can make that funny.
Well, my card got declined. I'd be more than happy to wash the floors in the store, bag some groceries for some of you guys. I got a side check that'll blow you for half the groceries. Can you help me out here? I know I need to pay for this. I got to have all this food because my cupboards are emptied. I don't know why my card got declined. My boss has been writing rubber checks lately, and I didn't know this one was going to be rubber. Speaking of rubbers, can I get a pack of those too? Because I'm going to go get busy when I get out of here. But help me out with these groceries, will you?
Decline. Decline. I must have been in the wrong line. Supposed to be through self checkout. My bad.
Self checkout. I should have went there. That would have been easier to get out through with groceries because you can skip scan half the shit you got in there. Ain't nobody checking.
How do I scan this fucking this 9-piece fucking lounge recliner? Okay.
You have the $2 sticker
For your free life alert. Okay.
A couple freebies on there. Come on.
Tyler, a blind date. The girl on the phone wants you to, know that your picture's real, and you don't have the ability to do FaceTime. But how do you negotiate with her? You're going to meet her in person.
Hey baby, look, it is what it is. I can't send you no FaceTime right now. My internet's down. We got them tornadoes going on around here. The internet's backed up. We just gonna meet in person, and I'm gonna pay for everything. And I don't know. I don't know. That's not a good topic for me. Sorry.
Christy, same question. Just the other way around.
Oh, so you're not even gonna send me a picture or anything? Your description sounds great, but I've been catfished before. I just really need to know, are you gonna be who you say you are when I get there, or I'm gonna end up with John Goodman or something, like some 80-year-old used to be fat man that now is skinny with things just hanging off.
Like a realtor's picture, from like a 1971. Forget it.
Why does it sound like you're wearing sunglasses inside? I mean, is this the blind date that we're having because I've just met you, or are you actually blind for real? The last time I had a blind date, this bitch was blind for real, and you wanted to worry about what I look like. Now, I mean, who's doing the catfishing here? Is that a rotary phone? What are you? Are you clicking, or is that the phone line? Where are you walking right now? Do you have a cane in hand? You can't get a look on. No, if you're blind, there's no braille feature on your touch screen right now. Apple hasn't got that evolved yet. You're gonna have to wait till I get there to read my face. I'm sorry.
Hi, friends. Thank you for calling the Crippled Catfish Line. If you had a catfish malfunction, not swimming properly, please check the upper dorsal fin. Commit to resuscitate. If this fails to work, roll in flour, dip in oil, and fry until golden brown. You got any further questions about a catfish? Maybe a small fur band? Check our 1-900 livestock number and find out what the pros been feeding their pets and the spring baits and everything. All right, it's called
Weird sounding catfish, pig pussy's pork too, though.
I wonder if that's what they call my pussy, the catfish.
I know, but you probably get it extra. Yeah, you got a name on.
Do you think you could sell raccoon asshole with pork rinds?
The 5-finger pork rind? Oh, would you like the 5-finger pork rind? Or the single gentleman, the 2 brothers, the 3 wives, and the 4 kings of the gangbang?
Pork rinds are what happens when I get turned off and dried out.
I just heard gangbang and pork rinds, and I need to know where I'm signing.
All I know is I got a boner, and I'm looking. It's fucking a weekday.
Tuck it in.
It don't matter. Give me some Nightcrawler flavored bubble gum.
But it does matter. What I sign on this piece of paper will determine whether or not I'll be welcome within 750 feet of the school zone again. What the fuck are we doing right now?
It's 55.
Hey, Damien, I got to take off. My dog just got out. I got to go catch my fucking dog.
All right.
Your refrigerator.
Go ahead. All right. I'll catch you guys soon, hopefully.
Good
Trying to
luck.
get back.
All right, brother.
Now, if you don't catch that dog first,
Don't pet that dog. Pet
She's
that
a
dog.
beagle. She's fast and quick, but I gotta go. I'll talk to you guys later. Sorry, I gotta run.
All right, Steven, you good? Well, improv being the subject, it's a whole lot tougher than it looks. I mean, that is for sure. You know, but the one thing that it's always going to be useful for is to continue to make sure that you are always looking to be creative in some way. You know,
Can't
I
be
mean,
afraid.
let's your premise, whatever your premise is. Let's say it's on, what are the best things about having a father who's an alcoholic? You know, it's easy to find the keys, shit like that. You know, that's that. You got to improvise that scenario anyway. And all your good comedy is going to be about making the truth even that much more funny.
I like that a lot.
And even though that Homer Simpson cartoon, I thought it was cute and it was cheesy, but to be given a subject and then to act it out and try to make it funny on the fly, it's a lot harder than it looks. But it's a worthwhile set of tools to have in your arsenal as a comedian. You know, challenge yourself to get out there and do that. If there is a place nearby where you can go into an improvisational group, you know, you're only going to learn from them, just like we're all going to learn from each other in this class. And that's what the class is all about.
It's like school on Saturday, no class. Hey, got no time to play.
Did you guys get anything out of it?
Yeah, I kind of took out of this whole thing that when it comes to improv, it's a lot harder. You got to be a lot quicker with your thinking and a lot quicker on your toes. Not like when you sit down and you write your sit out, right? And you know what you're gonna say. It's just
No 4-second pause, no 5 seconds.
Never tried it, never done, and realized how hard it was tonight.
Yep.
It's not so easy. That's why you work on that one all the time. You know, similar topics. Boom, boom, boom. Use your AI. Use the AI.
I've already went and bought that book by Judy Carr on iTunes. It's like $15. I'll read that.
Is that the regular one?
It's the Comedy Bible. It's like $15.99.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Christy, improv's harder than it looks, huh?
Oh, definitely. Like I worked at the Red Fair for years, so that was part of it. Like I did Tomato Justice, where I had to just roast people on the spot to where I pissed them off enough they were willing to pay to throw things at me. Like, and that is not, definitely not easy. I got better at it as I went along. I was one of the few females in the country that was doing it.
The dunk tank? Was it like the dunk tank?
Well, yeah, but like instead, I did the dunk tank too, but I didn't like it as much because I'd rather you throw tomatoes at my face.
You know, I was in Greensboro, North Carolina when I just started. I was at a place called Daddy-O's. It was definitely not designed for comedy. I convinced them to do some comedy, and I got up there, and they threw some garnishes. And I thought it was cute, so I encouraged them. Never encourage them. Then they threw a napkin holder. I still got the scar.
Oh shit.
But that's not even a joke. You know, I mean, they threw a fucking napkin holder. That's some horse shit. Yeah, you get hurt
Tony,
that way.
improv a little harder. Tony, improv a little harder than it looked.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. Well, I mean, honestly, when you get thrown into the improv part, and it seems like when you have to think about it, that's when things get difficult. If you don't, I don't ever really think though. Like everything you've ever seen, all the improv parts of me, it's all the stuff that actually happened to me. That's what a lot of people get fucked up about. They're like, man, I don't know how you get up there and talk about all that shit like that. It's because what happened to you really sucks. It's just the way you tell it that that makes it. Well, I mean, that's what helps me get through. And if y'all can laugh at what I've been through the way I tell it, then I did my job.
That's why I don't use Roundup.
I do the same thing you were just talking about. Like I tell a lot of stories, personal stories, make them funny. But my question is, I've been wanting to ask is like, so would Saturday Night Live, SNL, would that be a good like study tool to watch like improv comedy since like they're not doing that on the fly, they're not really writing that stuff out? If they're still doing it,
SCTV would probably be better, I think. And Saturday Night Live, he has some good things in there, but SCTV, if you want to listen, this is my own opinion. If you want to see how really good comedy is written, go watch a couple episodes of Three's Company and watch the way that they deliver that material. And because I listened to it one day and I was like, oh, wow. I mean, because it was set up, punch, set up, punch, premise, set up, punch.
So they're improving in Three's Company, and it's not like sets and like written jokes by the writers.
Yes. But I mean, and the thing is if you listen to those things, because those jokes there that they wrote for that sitcom, they're not in the mainstream like a comedian stealing a bit would be. And so you could take that and you could take something similar to it, and you could ad lib and until you can come up with something that you're totally original. But you can always use a different product in there and to make it happen so you can seem more fluid. Make instead of looking like it's just an open micer that came into a feature set, you look more like a feature set on your way to being a headliner.
Yes. No.
There's one comedian that I would say was bar none. Actually, I got two.
So where's he at?
Two that would be a good to reference. One of them is
So where's my truck?
John Belushi.
I love John
Okay,
Belushi.
John Belushi was bar none, a master at improvisational comedy. The other one is Chris Farley.
Yep.
I told her that.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Told me, no, Mom, it's not.
Chris Farley's SNL Fat Guy Little Coat, right? Or am I? Yep.
My name is Matt Foley.
John Belushi's
Yep. Animal House.
Animal House.
Samurai Delicatessen. He was he's a pretty wild character. I just watched Animal House the other night. I'm a zit. Get it?
Love these movies.
Oh,
Shaq's a good one for a lot of improv. Like, what was his name? Bill Murr when he was hitting the golf balls, but they weren't golf balls. They were like that weird talking. Yeah, he was.
I heard a joke on I don't know, one of the fucking social media outlets the other day. It was about the girl. She's crying in there, and her husband comes in. And he goes, "What's the matter, baby?" And she goes, "This is my best friend Pam. She died." He goes, "Oh my God." She goes, "Would you be with me and keep me company and say something to make me funny? Tell me a joke." He goes, "Well, okay." And he goes, "Knock, knock." And she goes, "Who's there?" He goes, "Well, not Pam." I'm sorry. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Hey.
Well, not Pam. So we're sitting in jail.
We're back.
Yeah, Connie just found her truck. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Has nothing to do with the class.
What kind of truck?
Neither here nor there.
I hope that what you guys do is go back and take a look at the old improvisational comedy that Brian was referencing to, like SCTV, the old Saturday Night Live.
I'm sorry, I just got to ask. Is it?
Yeah.
What is SCTV?
Like, Second City Television. It started in Canada, but yeah, it was. It's a Chicago theater troupe. It's all about improv.
Okay.
Rick Moranis.
That's where the original cast. Other than that's a trivia question. Who was the one cast member that wasn't from Chicago on the first cast? Brian.
Oh, that's a good question. Wasn't from Chicago. The first cast. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
Chevy Chase.
Amanda's brother from mother.
Jane, you ignorant bitch.
I like Chevy Chase.
If you go back and look at those episodes, just have fun with some of your fellow comedians. It's always fun to do. Just write something random down, see if you can come up with something that's funny, and if it makes either one of you laugh, write it down, try it out next time you're behind the mic. See if it has the same effect.
Silliest thing make people laugh. And I don't know.
Yeah, that cult I was in turned out to like a lot of the Jesus jokes I had, like the deviled ham. Jesus was the first person to make deviled ham and said what I said. I mean, he used real devils to make the deviled ham, but it's really like a legion of ham, I guess.
Is it wrong for me to want to date an epileptic? So when she does have a seizure, I can act like I'm the one creating it. I'm doing a good job.
There's no shame in that, and I say that from a personal perspective.
I like when Kennison did the bit. You want to talk about, blasphemy? He's like, I'm the only savior who can come back and use his hand as a fucking whistle.
Well, man, I'm convinced that if Adam would have been like the first documented case of domestic abuse, we'd all be fine. I don't think we'd have not the first problem.
Where you been, savior? Where's those 12 losers who won't get a job? They're not losers, they're my disciples. They're losers. Anybody says, I believe, we put them up, beat them up, second, where you been?
Kennison's amazing.
Hey, Christy, what's the funniest thing that happened to you this week?
Damn it. See, I don't know. I got to wear my little kid's hat and play with the bunny ears all last episode on Sauce in the City, and I had way too much fun, like using these as props.
Who's your favorite prop comic, Tyler?
I don't really have one, honestly.
You have a closet prop comic favorite? We know.
Prop comic. Would Will Ferrell was he be one? I don't know. The guy who does Elf. I don't know prop comics, honestly.
A Carrot Top would be a prop comic.
Yeah, I think he's like the only one I know of.
What about like
Gallagher?
Prop music, radio, video.
I just found out today that Pee Wee Herman did the voice for Roger the Rabbit.
Oh, Paul Rubens, when he first came out on the scene, it's like Emo Phillips. I mean, just both strange, but he had this. Pee Wee had this Mongo doll. It looked like Yul Brynner, the shaved head doll, and Mongo, and he's throwing Tootsie Rolls to the fucking audience. And I was as a kid, I was watching. I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And but he was out there, and I guess that kind of activity leads to masturbation in public places. But I'm not judging, but he was, came by storm.
Of all the awful things that celebrities have done, like, why did that cancel him? There wasn't even a kid involved, or like anything. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, he does it on his own privately, and they have a group party called a pizza party, and fucking all of a sudden he's the dick, whatever. Oh, want to build a tunnel at your house? No, you're just by yourself. We need a group to build the tunnel. But what a good job that'd be. I'm a tunnel builder for P. Diddy. P. Diddy. Look at the turns. Look at the curvature. It's like a jabroni.
I got it. Steve Allen. I had to Google like a list of like prop comics, and I was going between all of them. And I'm like, yeah, I like Steve Allen. Home Improvement, right?
That'd be Tim Allen.
Or Tim Allen.
Steve is his brother. I think he's a chef.
Well, what about the other one? Guy who does the puppets, Jeff Dunham. Jeff, is that how you say his name?
Oh my God, you're gonna piss me off. He's really talented, and comedians don't like fucking talented people because they show them up. Motherfucker, why'd you got to bring that up?
When I was a kid, he used to come to the school and do like a little anti-drug thing with his puppets, and Peanut was yellow, and his name was Nana Pudding. I
He
think
didn't
about
use
that all the
Ahmed the
time.
terrorist.
That wasn't yellow. That was John.
He didn't use that one.
It's the same comic, but it was just this little monkey named Peanut. Or no, Peanut was named Nana Pudding, and he was yellow.
Come to the door, got two big titties.
So now I'm getting the like concept of a prop comic. It's like people that use certain objects to tell their comedy, right? Yeah. Yes, I do like that guy who does the Ahmed the terrorist, and then he's got the pepper, like the hot pepper.
Yeah, well, he would. Jeff Dunham wouldn't consider himself a prop comic. Jeff Dunham would consider himself a ventriloquist comedian.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's completely different. Okay, learn something new.
There's I can't remember his I can't remember his name, but it's a guy that would juggle, and he kind of had bushy hair, and he would do things with ping pong balls.
Was that Jonathan Gray?
Yes, that's exactly what it was. Say again, Brian.
Is Dave Chappelle considered a prop comic? Because I'm looking at AI and I'm asking it.
He was maybe
Dave Chappelle. No.
That's kind of
Dave
weird.
Chappelle would not be a prop comic.
I didn't think so either, but I'm asking that like on Google, and it's hey, this is the list it's giving me, and I'm like, I don't consider them to be prop comics.
You know
what
Cornhusk started?
Gallagher.
Improv, because you didn't do it before, so it's an original piece. Think about that.
Like Howie Mandel with the rubber glove.
And the little boy. Howie Mandel's good.
I know who that is. I just gotta see the face real quick.
Well, I agree from the beginning that
that's
Robin Williams and Jonathan Winters. If you can find any old sketches of them, what Brian was talking about at the beginning of the class, that is a true testament to improv. And the best way to take a look at it would be look at them both being interviewed on Johnny Carson, because they just go off with the improv, and they can switch it up like no one's business. And if you can get that down, holy crap, you're just in a whole new league all by yourself, for real.
Yeah,
it's such a great skill to learn.
Yeah,
and it's difficult.
I just wrote that down. I've heard of Johnny Carson, but I've never watched it.
Yep, Johnny Carson was the original late night. You know, there was Merv Griffin back in the day, but Johnny Carson was the one. If you were a comedian, like all the ones that are, you know, multi-millionaires now, Ellen DeGeneres,
Ed Sullivan,
Seinfeld, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, George Carlin. I mean, all the ones that are considered the greats. Johnny Carson was the one who, I mean, that was you were top of your game if you got to do, you know, a 30-second bit on Johnny Carson. Even better if you got to be called up to sit in the chair and have another interview.
So is Johnny Carson
that was
Jay Leno?
Jay Leno took over for Johnny Carson.
So it's like the same thing, because I actually grew up every night watching Jay Leno because my mom would just leave it on the TV.
Yep, Johnny Carson was before Jay Leno. He was right before. Actually, he was. You know, that's who took over the Tonight Show was Jay Leno from Johnny Carson.
Okay. because that's what I was going to ask. Like, that's something I grew up on that, I would be interested on going back and rewatching them because I haven't really watched them since I was a kid. So I might just rewatch Jay Leno and The Tonight Show. Check that out too.
Well, the interviewer like David Letterman or uh, Jimmy Kimmel or any of them, their whole job is to find out what's going on and see if they can make it funny. You see all those interviews, and that's, I mean, you got to have a really sharp mind and be really dedicated to being a good interviewer to be able to pull something off like that. It's the top 0.0001%. Millions of comedians out there. When you're gonna step up there, always reach out to comedians that have been out there doing it a long time, and they're going to tell you the pitfalls. I love it so much it's destroyed my life, for real. I can't give it up. It's a drug to me. Without it, I'm nothing. For real. I mean, it's like breathing. I got to constantly be the center of attention. Same thing when I was a kid. Brian and the other comedians I've been dealing with for like 20 years, they'll tell you I'm the king of the hell gigs. I'll go coast to coast, and within a week, I'll find a bar or a restaurant, and we're going to be doing a show. And I did that for 15 years straight. It's a lot of work. But the ones that shine network and learn from other comedians. And you're going to learn from the ones that suck. You're going to find the good in some of that, but you're really going to learn from the ones that have been grinding for years and years and years, because you have to ask yourself, well, you've never been on TV or you haven't done this and that, and you're still doing it after all these years, getting paid the $500 or $1,000 to do 15, 20 minutes at Visani's or the Improv in any city. But those gigs only come as a working comic, once, a month maybe, and Brian will tell you what it's like to be on the road, to have someone can actually book you to where you're the headliner at multiple events, usually at a named comedy club.
In your hometown, go 30. I said, well, when you think you're funny in your hometown and your friends come out to see you or this, that, and the other, go 30 miles out of town by yourself and see how that spot feels.
Yep.
And because it'll be a lonely spot, especially if it's not a good show. Actually, not a good show. It just didn't have the crowd. Because here's the thing: you got to develop comedy. Do the worst shows you can. Because the thing is when people get ready to laugh and they go and they're about comedy, you'll notice that you'll shine above the rest because you had to dig where people didn't even fucking laugh. They could have cared less if you walked in that fucking building. And the thing is when you can still make them laugh and there's so many distractions, pool balls going on, you just got to. The thing I hate is when a comic goes up and goes, "Oh my God, this crowd sucks." No, the crowd doesn't suck. You suck. And I mean this because we've all sucked. Well, if you think that they suck, you suck. Because what I'd love to do is I'd go, give the microphone to me. I'm going to show you how bad they suck. And I'm going to go out there for a few minutes. And I go out there and fucking drill them in the fucking head. And then I'm going to go back. I go, once you go back and try again, because they suck. And it's not the crowd, it's your confidence level. And it's what you're projecting. You're gaslighting yourself.
That's a tough truth, but he's spot on. He's right on the money on that.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, like a lot of the places that I've been, I've got people still coming to these things that have yet to show up, been on their way since I've been doing it. So most anywhere that I've ever found a mic, I haven't had anyone there to actually see me, and I've had to get all these people to laugh. And so a lot of the time it's always a battle just going there in the first place, because you're not on a flyer. You don't know anybody in there but the ones you've stood up on stage with before, and you have absolutely no idea who's going to be there for you. So make them all there for you.
That's right. Put yourself in a position you don't want to be in. And then joke your way out of them. Did Damien just get abducted?
No.
He was just there. Like the extra man on the landing port, dude. God.
Well, you know, they said Judas ate too, but he had the decency to take himself out afterwards, at least.
He might have. Yeah, right. Well, I was right down tonight, guys. Right down good. You guys doing good? You know,
All right,
I say one thing to you guys.
So,
that when you say that, you know,
we got another class next week.
Okay.
Yeah, I got orders for tamales, so I got to turn the propane off. Oh, and that's another thing. If you really want to dig into comedy, see if you can find something you can do to monetize your time while you're booking your stuff. You know, I'm living proof. You know that I can work like a Mexican and make a living cooking. You know, it's tedious, but it pays my bills, and I get to do whatever I want with the rest of my time. And that'll give you, you know, when you're trying to book yourself or whatever, you're going to want to have travel money. You're going to want to not depend on the booker, because there are going to be times, it's happened to me more than once, where you get out there and you do your show, and then you go to the booker and you put your hand out for your money, and then they give some excuse as to why they can't pay you. You better be prepared for that, because that does happen. There's some shady fuckers out there. Me personally, you can ask anyone that I've worked with. I pay them as soon as I come off stage in cash. That's just how I roll. With that being said, I'm going to come up with a topic for the next class, and we'll be here again next Tuesday. So if you guys want to sign up, if you got any ideas, please put them in our group message, the Academy, and we'll put it into play. That's what this class is all about. Comedians helping comedians, and working on skills that only are going to make us better over time. Okay. So that being said, Molly, you want to roll us out with the intro music, and you guys got to dance. Your little improv dance for that.
Wow.
Alright, stop what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny, but yo, I'm making money, see? So yo, world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather round. I'm the new fool in town, and my sound's laid down by the underground. I drink a bottle of Hennessy you got on your shelf, so just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty, pronounced with the umpty. Yo, ladies, oh, how I like to funk thee. And all the rappers in the top 10, please allow me to bump thee. I'm stepping tall, y'all, and just like Humpty Dumpty, you're gonna fall when the stereos pump me. I like to rhyme, I like my beats funky, I'm spunky. I like my oatmeal lumpy, I'm sick with this. Straight gangster Mac. But sometimes I get ridiculous. I'll eat up all your crackers and your licorice. Oh, yo, fat girl, come here, are you ticklish? Yeah, I called you fat. Look at me, I'm skinny. It never stopped me from getting busy. I'm a freak. I like the girls with the boom. I once got busy in a bathroom. I'm crazy. Allow me to amaze thee. They say I'm ugly, but it just don't faze me. I'm still getting in the and I even got my own dance.